Keio. Keio. Oh, I see you can't hear the game audio. At least this is what my OBS tells me. Well, maybe now. Well, not yet, but you will soon. Let me see, let me try launching the game. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Okay, does it? Yeah, it does, so, nice. Happy Friday! Yay! Keio everyone! Hello. It appears that we will be diving straight into the game, but before that I would like to greet all of you as I always do. So, I need to make the game louder. Yeah. Keio, generic username. Thank you for the stretch plus hydrate redeem. Thank you so much. Don't forget, as always, to stretch and hydrate yourselves, everyone, too. Keio PPA. Keio soft drinks. Today is the day for sure. No, don't ever put your trust into your faith into Nightingale's gaming skills. Today is most likely not the day. Hopefully I will at least get past stage 5, but something tells me this is not the end, so let's be very patient and approach things at our snail pace, as we always do. Keio vagabundo, Keio airflow. Holy, 60 stream streak, this is so cool. Are you having fun here? The squadron will keep flying until Yuna improves. This is the only way to improve. To keep playing the game. To keep drilling all of the patterns into my fingers. Keio, Lolo. Keio, vagabundo, did I greet you? Keio. Oh no! Mine broke while I was in Japan. I'm so sorry. It's okay, I'm sure you will regain it in no time. Keio Tokiro. Keio Ainon here. Keio Oboro. I believe in our audio. Thank you. Your audio doesn't believe in herself, so maybe it's a good thing that at least somebody does. Unfortunately, I couldn't hit a 6-7 streak in time for the Yuna birthday celebration, which she decided to hold on literal 6-7. I never realized, but yeah, I guess this is true. I'm celebrating my birthday on literal 6-7. I hope there won't be a lot of jokes about that on the actual day. I'm a streaklet now. No, it's not the streak that defines you. I know that you guys are very devoted snails. So, please pay no mind to such shallow things as the streak. I mean, it is a cool feature. It is something to be proud of if you want to. And it's very impressive when you guys share your streaks, but it is absolutely not important. It's not snail Olympics. But how can you be a snail if you don't leave a streak after you? I'm pretty sure there are some snails that don't leave much of a streak. 6-7 counter already at 3 this stream. Oh no! You keep counting, I can't believe this. Anyway, I feel like we should start the game immediately. I'm kind of in a Keio mode. Whatever that means. So let's go. I think this is going to be like a warm-up run, and after that, well, we will see. Maybe I will do some more like practice runs, or perhaps I will continue like retrying from the beginning. I don't know. Which kind of begs you to keep your streaks going though? Eh? Is that so? And I never noticed. Then again, I don't really pay much attention to the notifications that Twitch sends my way. So, it is Friday now, right guys? So, another week is ending. I hope you had a good one. I feel like backseating today. Go right. Like here? No, sorry, I will be going left. Which is terribly inconsistent with keep in mind, so I never bother with it. It is probably the best thing to do with all of those features. Just ignore them most of the time. I keep getting Twitch notifications that don't even vote for me, so I wonder what is it. What do you mean? Really? It's so weird. It's like the SCP Twitch notifications. Oh, speaking of SCP, I saw such an annoying take today. Like, I even went out of my way to screenshot it. Well, I'm saying went out of my way as if it took me any effort, which it didn't, but holy heck. Give me a moment. I'll put it to my OBS. And you guys will see it with me. Okay, maybe you won't. Maybe you're not the types to get as emotional as I do about things. The screenshotting things is out of the ordinary for you, not false, I suppose. But, wait. For some reason, it doesn't allow me to load any of the pictures here in OBS. That's so weird. Okay, yeah, this one. The key to understanding backrooms is that members of Gen Z were kids when shopping malls started dying. Started dying where? Excuse you. Like this sort of, what should I call it? USA exceptionalism. It pisses me off so much. Like, I don't know how exactly it is in your countries, guys, but I pretty much grew in a culture, quote-unquote culture, where shopping malls have been like one of the key kind of like places, key points for socializing, and I'm pretty sure this is still a thing, this is still going strong. So why is this person so confidently saying this? Like, for I don't know, as a person who pretty much grew up hanging out in the malls with their friends. Well, when I got some IRL friends, took me some time to do this. I don't know, I'm so annoyed. They still seem to be full of people, though it's not my favorite place to meet or anything. Yeah, neither it is for me, but like it's just this wonderful, how do I call it, like exceptionalist perspective that is really like one of the pet peeves of mine. I'm not Gen Z, so I don't know. Then again, I suppose you don't really like backrooms. I mean, I don't really care much about it either, not even the movie. I suppose when it is available in any quality other than the crappy cam rip, then I might give it a watch, but then again, it's not something I really look forward to. It's wrong too, because malls have nothing to do with the backrooms. Everything on this post is wrong. Well, I assume they were kind of like implying that the dying malls have this sort of like liminal space vibe to them. But I don't know, to try and make it into like some sort of a universal experience is what annoys the heck out of me. I think the aesthetic is interesting. Empty malls, empty hospitals. I don't like when they add monsters to it though. Yeah, I feel like adding monsters to the places that are supposed to be kind of like inherently creepy by design, on like completely on their own, it is kind of like very mid-wit taste. Hello, Uncle Butte. Gokigen-yo, gokigen-yo. Okay, one up. I seem to have very stupidly lost one of my lives. There. Backrooms by design have monsters. Well, yeah, the original post does imply that, but I'm more so talking about the like the overall thing that the liminal space is going on. Also, hello, Edgar's gokigen-yo, gokigen-yo. And hello, Miguel. Welcome, welcome. I have a friend in a more tropical country who often goes to the mall for the free AC. I mean, I do get them, I suppose. And it's kind of like the opposite in the winter, because you can go there to warm up, basically for free as well. So yeah, I kind of do relate. The only IRL or liminal space backrooms experience I've had were some subway stations in Japan. Is that so? In my experience, most of the ones I visited were perhaps not crowded, but they were full enough of people for it to not really be a liminal space experience. I think I used to encounter this the most in Audioland when I was doing like a bit of a part-time thing as a courier, carrying like the documents to different offices, and sometimes I had to venture into those like office buildings or business centers that are literally corridors upon corridors of like straight up nothing else. with the same doors poking at me from every wall and every angle. I guess this was the most backrooms-like experience that I've experienced. Okay, you know, you're so eloquent and verbose. For backrooms adjacent mall experience, I would recommend going to the... Oh. What did I press? Ah, I accidentally released a bomb. Going to the mall an hour or so before it closes. Most of the stores are closed and there's few people. It's quite cozy. I did that a lot with a friend. I mean, with how my current schedule is in the library committee, this is pretty much my default experience of going to the mall. Shortly before it closes. And since a lot of the malls around where I live right now, at least around my town, they end up closing rather early. It is somewhat difficult to experience this actually, because a lot of people are going to hang out there until the very closing hour. However, if the mall happens to have a cinema there, and you manage to go to some very late night screening, by the time you leave, it's going to be exactly what you described. Oh, I also remember how I once, like my classmates, they suggested we stay for the evening in the school, because it is like a very old building that our middle school was in, and it has not always been used as a school. During the First World War it was used as like a hospital, and in some wars before that as well, I think. It got me. I even saw it and it still got me. So yeah, we were like, oh, what if there are ghosts there? Not to mention, it had quite a big system of like, maybe not a system, but it had the like the canteen, the dining place in the cellar on the underground floor. And the same with like the wardrobe, it was also underground. And there were also some other rooms that we were not allowed to access, in addition to some of the classes also being underground. So we were like, oh, what if somebody is, what if there's some corpses stuck in the walls? We should head out and explore. But then we ran into oh my god. We ran into one of the school guards and he was like, what are you doing here? Such a late hour. It was only like 8 or 9 p.m. but I guess it is a very unreasonable time frame for hanging out at school. So yeah, we were forced to leave, unfortunately. But it was really nice, and I really enjoyed seeing the school, all of those corridors and classroom being basically so different to their daylight self. Let's call it this way. If you want to experience the backrooms, stand in your hallway at night and turn off the lights. I don't know. As I've said before multiple times, there's virtually no light in my apartment at the moment. I ran into my landlord today and I asked him to send somebody and replace the lamps. As I've said before, the problem is that it's not kind of like the bulbs that I can take out and replace them myself, but rather the entire lamp needs to be replaced and I do not want to mess things up. Plus my contract, it literally states that I'm not allowed to do any like repairs on the premises. I have to contact my landlord for that. But being somewhat socially awkward, let's call it that way, I was very hesitant about contacting my landlord about this for quite a long while. Until today I just ran into them and asked them directly. But yeah, the no light is the default experience for Yuno Nightingale these days. I mean, no wonder I have Night in my surname, right? Okay, so far so good. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. I mean, I've still managed to lose a couple of lives in a very stupid way. I'm somewhat ashamed of myself, almost.
Coming up next, Keio finds
Very confusing and mostly empty layout of our company's office near dancing, but it wasn't creepy, just strange. Like the second set of toilets, which had 2 women's toilets and 1 men's toilet, that was actually a shower. This is very cryptic. Maybe they just happen to have more female employees on that side? Every office after COVID is a liminal space. Depends on the country. I feel like a lot of places just had most of their employees sent back to the office. Experience, the gameplay of experience. Yeah, I'm so sorry, my vocab is so limited at times. The literally SL moment, I suppose. I should know better than that. I've had the same experience back during my internship. I remember having to deliver some documents to a business center and it felt like a dungeon crawler level in there. Exactly! I remember even having some, like, nightmares set in the business centers. Way before all of those, like, backrooms hype. Even before the original post was published, I believe. That's just how strong of a lasting impression it left on me. But just passing aside, night at school activities were nice as well. Oh, did you have those too? It's kind of like Kimoda Meshi in my VNs and anime. the real Seishun experience. Especially if you could sneak away to explore. God, I wish. I mean, the whole sneaking away aspect of anything you do as a teenager, it's very romantic, I think. Like, I think I've shared this story before, but one of my favorite Nijisanji JP VTubers, Soa Sango, one of her voice packs that I purchased, it included this scenario of like sneaking away together during a school camp trip to the seaside. And like you go there at night and hang out together, just the two of you. And I remember how after purchasing this voice pack, I went to a lake nearby, like next to where I used to live. And I just listened to it pretending I was hanging out by the seaside together with Nago. 10 out of 10 experience, would recommend. Oh, you guys would have an annual event for that? That's so cool! I can't imagine having anything like that in my school. We'd sometimes also hide after school to use the sports facilities, then we'd leave through a window. Probably wouldn't fly nowadays with motion sensors and such. Yeah, I suppose schools these days are kind of like... No! Oh, damn. I hope there will be one more, like, equipment switch. Let's call it that. I don't think there will be, though. Wow, this is bad. Yeah, no, this sucks. You know, Dayengale is probably playing Fortnite right now. No, even you know, Dayengale would not resort to this, I think. When to school at night here would get you arrested and put on several lists, even if you're a school kid. I'm obviously not talking about going there as like a grown-up, but even when you're a school kid yourself, what sort of list would they put you on? Yandere! Yandere! Hello, Grandfather Nurgle, Gakigenyo. Hope your day was good. It was alright. I happened to be free enough today in the library committee. Luckily enough. So I got to watch a movie with my friends. We watched The Seventh Seal together. Something I've been meaning to watch for quite a long time. And I'm really happy that I did. And I also got to work on some kind of like illustrations for projects that I work on. So it was pretty good. Oh, Angel Cosmos Gakigenyo, congrats on the 5-stream streak.
Hello. Test.
They should arrest kids for attending their classes. Yeah, but hopefully they aren't doing it at night, right? You're going to school at night, so people will think you're going to rob things there, even as a school kid. Well, this part at least makes sense, I suppose. Yeah, well, I guess. I've had it downloaded for years and never got around to watching it. You mean playing? Hello, Benson. Gakigenyo. I don't know. I would say it's a difficult game, but maybe most of the seasoned shmup players would say like, no, it is actually easy as heck. Or totally steal a ruler or a razor or some paper. Why would you do that though? Also, you don't really need to go to school at night to do this. Just ask one of your classmates for like an eraser or a pen or something else during the classes, and then conveniently forget to return. Most likely they will forget to remind you themselves. Over here. I wonder if perhaps I could do it faster by not moving around the ship. At least not as much as I usually do. Oh, also, can I share something gross regarding how my day went? It is finally summer, right? So this means the season of nasty bugs is officially open. And during my runs, I think I accidentally breathed in several mosquitoes or like small flies. They just keep flying into my face. This is so disgusting. Oh wait, let's spawn some dragons. Hi Joxer, Keio, and hi Rati, welcome. Keio. None will escape. Kirby's Dream Land playthrough next. I've played most of the 2D Kirby games, I think. But it would be a good idea to replay them, I suppose. Delicious malaria. I hope I won't catch anything. Heck yeah, that's free protein. That's also what I thought. Though you normally need carbs during the run to like replenish your energy rather than the protein. Though then again, I suppose more protein never hurts. Mr. Mosquito final target. I do not think there's a scene in Mr. Mosquito where you fly into somebody's nostrils. Oh, but I guess there's absolutely the target audience for that, right? I don't think I should be surprised at all. There probably is. Some kids stole my Pokemon Black copy and I'll never forget it. Eh? No, okay, this kind of crime shall never be forgotten. I mean, it's totally different to like borrowing somebody's eraser or somebody's pen and then forgetting to return it. Sorry, my mom keeps texting me. She wants me to translate something. Give me a second. Okay, she sent me a photo of Maneki Neko with Heian written on it and asked me like about the translation. Over here, you know, yeah, but luckily enough I destroyed them quick enough. Got to explain to her what is the Heian era. 1 second. Telling her that Heian is the old name of Kyoto. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with the quick excursion into Japanese history for my mother. Time to continue. Oh, we're also technically playing Japanese history video game, right? So it's very topical. Those damn drunk mosquitoes sometimes crash on my face. Yeah, they do for me all the time. It's been so annoying to deal with them at night, especially like they keep waking me up. I have to put my plushes on my head so that they don't buzz right next to my ear. You guys include Heian Alien? Oh no, I didn't. Do you think my mom will survive without this knowledge? What the heck do they want? I wish I knew. Maybe they want to share something with me. Some sort of forbidden knowledge, perhaps. Patchouli knowledge. Oh! Okay, this was a nice death bomb, I guess. Or almost a death bomb. Did a good job. I wonder if maybe I have to destroy all of the rockets. Oh, heck yeah! Nice! Well, this one I did not expect, but okay, I did expect it to an extent. Otherwise, I wouldn't have guessed it, right? But also, I kind of regret picking up this shot type. Though, perhaps it will come in a bit more handy during the next section. Where I have like those guys with their missiles firing them right at me. And I always am very slow to notice the missile. So maybe this focused one-way shot will defeat them faster. Don't forget to get yourself a bug net once you've moved. I haven't had to deal with mosquitoes indoors for years. Yeah, I should. I also noticed that there is this sort of like construction that you place on top of your bed. And it's also kind of like it's a mosquito net shaped like a camping tent. I wonder if maybe this would have been more useful. I don't know. I'm not sure. Hello, Dustin. Gokigenyo, gokigenyo. Okay, I just pray these guys don't kill me. Okay, they did not. They did not. Such a lucky audio. It's more in the event, perhaps expensive, but it does look fancy. Yeah, well, I suppose it is more expensive than a proper bug net. Okay, let's go. The boss. We're approaching them now. But I'm very happy that I seem to have discovered the how to get the one up on this stage. Also, looks like we have defeated the bears and the door that keeps spawning them on the bottom tier of the stage almost immediately. That's so nice. Okay, there we go. No, honestly, having like more powerful shots, it truly does wonders in shmups. Who would have thought? Well, I guess not only in shmups, but in video games in general. Don't kill me. And IRL as well, I guess. Yatta yatta! Bye! I am somewhat proud of myself, admittedly.
Squadron Chapter 5. The battle at Mount Ararat.
The
Push to start.
Battle at Mount Ararat. Today is the day. No, let's not jinx it. First of all, second of all, as I said before, this is not the last stage, probably. Okay, let's do save state here for practice. Game is too easy now. I wonder if I may have accidentally enabled like the easy mode. Ararat. Oh. Now your shower's still cold. No, it's alright. Okay. I practiced this for quite a long while. Why do I keep dying here now? Okay. Yeah, that's so annoying to deal with. I mean, my incompetence is so annoying to deal with. Palms sweaty. Yuna's spaghetti. No, Yuna is an onigiri, not spaghetti. You're mistaken one carb-heavy dish for another. I'm sure the skill will return. I hope so too. It would be heartbreaking otherwise. Thankfully, there are some nice small gaps between their shots. Isn't rice just tiny pasta? No, it is not. Although I guess you can't technically make like some noodles out of rice dough. I picked up the wrong shot type again. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, everyone. Why not both at the same time? Carbohydrate and glucose maxing? I feel like this would be a bit of an overkill though. You can also add some potatoes to it. Oh, it got me. No. Okay, this was still our first try somehow. So let's reload from the beginning here. Why? Well, this I did not expect this to happen at all. Well, I suppose no more one-ups for me on this stage. You don't have to pretend it's difficult now. I'm not pretending though. It is difficult. It's almost as if I forgot everything I have learned. I was going so confidently through the previous stages, and now all of my skill has dissipated into thin air. Round potatoes, rice, and buckwheat best to worst? I could never do that! All of them are great! Gambarimasu! That is the order? Huh? I will not tolerate any buckwheat slander in my chat. Okay, this was pretty bad. I'm stuck. Tragic. I like roasted green tea. I don't think I've ever tried that. Oh, are you talking about like ujicha? It's nice. It's nice. What's one vicious week of no? It's not Keio though. Keio is a cute girls doing cute things anime. This is Keio. And you know, I did practice, I swear. Like, off stream, even this week, even earlier. Well, not earlier today, but I did practice yesterday. So I don't know what has gotten into me. Damn. I was going so well before that. Bien. I do have to beat this no matter what. Damn. Let's not risk it. This is not by any means a risk I'm willing to take. Okay. So far, so good. At least better than I used to. My lord. It's pretty insane how bad I am at this. Maybe the dragon has indigestion? True. It needs to have more fiber. Oh, I saw this like tweet. Like now that Backrooms has gotten so popular, which 4chan post should receive a movie adaptation next. And I thought about my favorite one, about, oh no, it's a game over. About the protein bars. Though genuinely, I don't know what is my favorite one. Okay, this is 63rd that you know. This was pretty bad. Let's do some practice here, I guess. Start to trigger pro mode. Let's hope. Let's hope it does work this way. In the Korean Hyper War, yeah. Hello Alex, go kicking yo. Okay. And yeah, my blood glucose is low, I'm deficient in magnesium. That's true, by the way. And Mercury is indeed in retrograde. All of those combined are the reason behind my downfall as a shmup player. It's okay, I will improve no matter what. I don't know, I swear it was not even that bad on like the previous stream, for example. Supplementation maxing. I think at some point I used to have this like kind of condition. I'm not sure if I have it right now. It's been a while since I've last visited the doctor. But basically I used to feel very lightheaded all the time. and I guess this part it still is here with me, so I suppose I might still have it. But I had to take this medication for like narrowing down my blood vessels, because they were normally like too like relaxed, too loose, and blood was not properly reaching my brain. I think that's how it works. So yeah, I had like very low pressure, and to improve it, I was supposed to take this medication. I want to at least get to the boss in this impromptu practice mode. Perhaps this is not happening. And then we'll restart the main game from scratch. Didn't know Yuno got the reverse high blood pressure. Reverse high is called low, I'm pretty sure. The soundtrack is slowly bringing us back to life. I would not be so sure of that. I do hope, but like, once again, I would not put your faith in me. I should remember that this is where the aircraft vehicle appears. I don't know what that is. It's happening. What is it called in English? That's fine. Okay, once again. No. No. Just no. So what did I want to say exactly? I don't remember. Oh yeah, no one up for me. Is what I thought here. Is what everyone thought here, but was perhaps too scared to bring up. Because like you see, in this stage you can only get the one up if you... I believe you have to destroy all of those turrets standing on the ground. At least I somehow has gotten to this part without using the dragons at all. Not like it's anything to be proud of, but still. Okay, this part is very difficult. I can get through here just fine, hopefully. And yeah, I can. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go there. Oh, speaking of Seventh Seal, yeah, I did mention that I watched it today. It's my first Bergman, actually. I have not watched anything from him. I'm ashamed to admit this, but yeah, this is the case. And, yeah, so I loved it so much. I really loved the frame and the composition of all of the frames, and how they set the light in the scenes. I also really love the overall tone of the work. Like, you would have expected it to be... I don't know if you guys have watched it or not. I'm sure that at least some of you have. So yeah, normally you would have expected the work with such a premise to be more like joyless and grim, and I suppose it is. It is a very heavy work, but at the same time, it's there are some like almost comedic parts to it. I died. This is what the seventh seal teaches us, by the way. Memento mori and all that. But yeah, it was kind of like almost medieval in tone because of that. Because of how easily it switches back and forth between some more like serious, heavy parts and the straight up comedic ones. Sorry, I had to take a sip of water. Though I suppose the serious ones prevail in the end. But it very much reminded me of like the Canterbury Tales. I mean, even the overall time frame, the medieval ages, it is exactly the same. So no wonder Bergman managed to capture this like approach, the view of life. I keep dying here, no matter what. But yeah, how he managed to capture it so masterfully. Please ignore that. Please ignore that. And also earlier this week I watched a very trash Croatian movie called Last Serb in Croatia. As you can hear from the name alone, it is a very provocative movie, but basically it is like a film about a zombie apocalypse in Croatia, and about like the virus that only it only affects Croatians but not Serbs. And all of you who are familiar with like the very complicated dynamic of relations between the Balkan countries, I'm sure you can appreciate just how messed up of a premise that this is. Which also allows for some really fun humor. Hate when this happens. Xenophobic virus. I mean, that's just Balkans for you. So yeah, there's a guy, without getting into rule 2 territory, let's just say he feels very passionately about his country. He's like a true patriot almost. And he gets like bitten by a zombie. He gets bit by a zombie. How does this verb work again? Whatever. So he receives a zombie's bite at some point, but he doesn't fully transform because his mother was Serb, actually. And he's like, oh, I always knew there was something wrong with my mom. But overall, it is a pretty trashy movie, as I've said before. Half zombies, yeah, kind of. You know, you have to lock in. You have to focus. But to say that premise has potential like that, yeah. It feels like a very obvious theme to explore. Especially, once again, with how the entire region is in this regard. I don't no, I'm going to let this one end. I don't know what is wrong with me today, because, like, the first 4 stages looked so promising, right? And then it's almost as if some switch got flipped. You got what you got. Oh, I'm also finally done with the Earthlings, the book that I told you guys about before. I was getting much stronger at this. You think so? I'm not sure at all. Like, I can swear all of my tries on the previous streams, they also went much smoother than that. But yeah, I finished the Earthlings. It was alright, I guess. Some of the themes about, like, alienation, the isolation, they resonated with me to a degree. Although, in general, the book has a much bleaker outlook on life than I personally do. I mean, the main heroine there, and I suppose the author, Murata Sayaka, as well. Okay, this time I got slightly further away. Yeah. But yeah. I was thinking about what should I start next. Because even though perhaps I do have some gripes with this book, but overall I did enjoy it, and it kind of like had a lot of stuff for me to think about properly. I was thinking about, like, which book should I pick up next, given this context. That I probably needed some sort of a palate cleanser. And I wanted to ask you guys, what do you usually do in these situations? Like, when you're done with some work, like, not necessarily a book. It might be a movie or an anime or a game. It depends on, like, what is your main focus, I guess. Let me just restart it from scratch and practice the beginning part some more. How do you decide what you're going to pick up next? Do you also have this idea of, like, the wild card book that you would, like, some genre that you would always go for in between some other works, or scouring the wiki for extra lore? I'm pretty sure that's not really a thing for most things out there. Like, sure, if it's a work with some lore, alright, then yeah, but really depends on the mood at the time. Yeah, I suppose there's no, like, set answer for this. Yeah, I was wondering if maybe people prefer to switch stuff up. Let's practice, let's drill the beginning some more. If I plan in advance, it generally doesn't work. Yeah, it never does for me, but I feel like there's still a certain pleasure in this act of planning things in advance, so I keep doing this anyway. But yeah, I have to agree, it doesn't really work. But yeah, I suppose that's how it is for most of us. Sometimes you need some sort of, like, a palate cleanser, sometimes you would rather focus on the other works by the same author, or perhaps do, like, a 180 and go for something completely different. I wonder what Keio devs are doing in life now. We could look that up, I'm pretty sure we could find this. info on mobile games, or even on Wikipedia. For example, now I'm now I'm reading Berserk. I plan to read a couple of the Witcher books to play the games after. Oh, well, but I guess both are kind of like darker fantasy. So it would be not that far of a reach thematically even. It would be pretty much like reaching for the work on a similar genre. But admittedly, I have never really read or played The Witcher. I do not really like Geralt. He's kinda annoying. He's as if like Krantz was Polish, pretty much. Except the ladies surrounding him are not as moe as Rance's girl is. Or perhaps my moe optics are not that strong. That's the wrong one. I don't think this is going to work. I was planning to play Elden Ring modded to play as the Berserk main character, and that motivation is dead. How come? Why is it dead? Luckily, I'm enjoying Berserk on as its own. That's the most important thing, though. I think Hunger 1 now draws a lot of inspiration from Berserk, so if you haven't played it, maybe this would be more like up your alley. I've not played it myself though, but one of my friends, she streamed it for me. Moya is very important, yes, and I see none in the Witcher series, unfortunately. Though I'm sure it's just because I'm weak. And have it in me to see through their facade. Speaking of Hunger and the likes, I've been meaning to check out Black Souls for quite some time. Because I think it is very popular with the same crowd. But also the overall attitude of the fans. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. And the general lack of time on my end, unfortunately. Because of those, I couldn't pick the work up for quite a while. Okay, this is still farther than I've gotten before, but that's so many fan bases. You are right, you are right. The game with pixel art? I guess there are a lot of games with pixel art though. Black Souls, oh yeah, that game. See, it's that kind of attitude that I am not quite a big fan of. Like something I also have somewhat of a gripe with. When people, my bad, sorry. Like, I don't know what exactly you meant here, but a lot of people act as if it was some, like, traumatizing experience that's like, oh, the darkest game you will ever play, and there are plenty of games like that out there. If anything, such an attitude from the fans, it makes one think that the game only relies on shock value as its one and only appeal. The game is kind of unhinged and edgy for the sake of it sometimes. That's what I thought, but then again, it's not something to be afraid of, not for me at least. I bought Hello Charlotte a couple years ago and I still need to play it. Oh, it's one of those games from the... Is it also an RPG Maker game, right? I think it is. So one of those games from RPG Maker canon that I am yet to play myself. Also need to check out Pocket Mirror, the prequel to the first part of the duology with the little goody two shoes. Ah, sorry, I got the stretch a little. Also, hello, Lone Wolf, Keio. I'm new here. Man, it's good I found your YouTube channel out of random chance. Oh, how did you stumble upon it? If you don't mind telling me. I think it'll be pretty enjoyable if you're close social media and manage to download it. You mean Black Souls? I guess, maybe. Then again, I need to find some time. I assume it is pretty long, as most of games are. Well, maybe once I move, maybe then I will be more free, hopefully. I don't know, sometimes it feels like it's not even actual fans, but rather people who watched or read about it online and had those cookie-cutter opinions instilled in them by some social media influence. That's almost how you would feel about some Dempa VNs, I think. At least I would if I didn't know about them beforehand and if I haven't read them beforehand. What else do people have this sort of... Well, I guess Fanger is one of such games. Hello, Kamikaze, Keio. This one is a short trip, but BS2 is a long journey. There's also Demon's Roots, right? Or is Demon's Roots the BS2? I have more issues with the gameplay of Black Souls than the other stuff. I just don't think it's that enjoyable. What is wrong with it? I thought it was some like default RPG Maker gameplay. Is it not? Right away! I refuse to believe that! It's rare to find VTubers who play very obscure games that I play too. Oh, so you're also a fan of Keio? Or some other games from my channel? And I assure you, there are quite a lot of VTubers out there, the indie ones, who play plenty of games besides the AAA stuff. But yeah, overall, I do agree with the sentiment. It's always nice to discover more like-minded people. Like-minded people, sorry. Focus, focus! I think it's important to explore those things on your own terms before you end up listening to a whole lot of headcanon through osmosis. Unfortunately, that's how... well... that's the sort of experience that a lot of those quote-unquote fans end up getting on TikTok. The worst part is when it starts spreading. It's almost like wrong opinions are contagious in a way. Also, I guess it's really close to another pet peeve of mine that I have shared with you guys multiple times. When people watch somebody's video essay and they just simply start parroting the takes of a person that made it, who may or may not sometimes be over-exaggerating stuff. But, well, at least, even if their opinion is something I disagree with, this person is... They would be somebody who has played the game on their own, at least. They have formed their own opinion. And at the same time, their audience they're just copying and pasting the opinions of that creator through some sort of a messed up broken phone almost. Played when emulation was in its early stages. Oh. I think my parents didn't even plan to conceive me when the emulation was in its early stages. There's a translator to play it? I don't know, I feel like it takes quite a lot away from the experience. But then again, I ended up learning Japanese to play all of the untranslated games that I wanted to play, so... And yet in the end, I still have to play the translated releases of games I'm interested in. Because... Well... And because live translating things on stream is a bit of a pain in the butt. Making me feel old even though I'm still young. Maybe I just have a very wrong idea about the age of emulation. Perhaps this is the case, perhaps I'm simply mistaken here. But yeah, Linda Cube is a very interesting game. I'm really looking forward to continuing it. Okay. Wait, let's spawn some dragons. We're really going to need them now. Okay, so basically he keeps releasing those... not sure what should I call them, like the pods? In very small groups, so as long as I stay down here, I should be able to shoot most of them down. And now let's spawn the dragons. Some of those opinions can be so out there that you're not sure if they've played the game extensively or if something in their environment caused the difference, like them downloading their own version somehow. Surely you would be able to understand that, right? I figured this out somehow. Okay, so so intense! Emulators were created by Johnny Emule in 1805. Thank you, Johnny Emule. Where was he from? Let's practice some more. No, you know what? I want to like regain some of my confidence, so I will play through the first 4 stages again. Because I was so stellar earlier during the stream, and now I don't know what happened to me. I was robbed of my schmappen skill. Anyway, we're back to counting dead units, I guess. Is the level fault? It's not festive enough. What do I mean not festive enough? It's got the Mount Ararat. Have you ever seen Mount Ararat? I have. Very beautiful. And I must avoid 6-7 at all cost. 6-7 lives? No, I will face it. with dignity as the real Josama. Oh, maybe you have seen some VTubers or other people on Twitter posting it, but there's this like Onk test that has gained traction recently, right? And I took it, and my results were not that bad, luckily enough. But one of the you guys have not seen it. Give me a moment. Well, first of all, I will share my own result. It ended up being on a slightly higher side compared to, say, some of my friends. Also shared their results with me. But here it is. Mostly fine, but a few cracks are showing. Stay vigilant. I think most of my points came from the like the questions about my social behavior and habits, I guess. But yeah, here's the test. You guys can take it for yourselves. But yeah, the reason I remembered about it was because oh wait, result? No, you don't need the result. You have to take the quiz. But yeah, one of the questions there is like, I asked somebody what 6'7" is with a straight face at least once in my life or something like that. And I remember how I asked Karin about this because we were playing. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying this. We were playing Roblox. And Karin was joking about how we should LARP as the kids, and she said, "Oh, we should be shouting 6'7", 6'7", and I was like, "What's that? Is this some new meme?" And she was like, "Yeah." But this was quite a long time ago, to be fair. Like last year, I believe. When is it 6'8" time? It's the ugly sibling. Will never get as popular as 6'7" or 6'9". This stream was a gold mine for 6'7". I'm so sorry. Should I call it the number instead? Nachi is young at heart, mind and body. I would say so. Should have been 69, then it would have been funnier. Surely everyone knows what 69 is. It's a number you're supposed to reply to with nice. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Pull the 420s out of the museum display. What, is a 420 not in vogue anymore? Sorry, is it not just some albeit in training? I would never know about such things to begin with. Let's go back to lead. This might be a bit too radical, if you get what I mean. Okay, let's start with defeating the monkey. I'm kind of in the middle of Gen Z and Millennials since I was born close to late 90s. Or yeah, this one weird age. where you somehow feel ostracized by both groups. Too old for Gen Z, too young for millennials. A literal outcast. Pariah. How can one even carry such a burden on their shoulders? Well, but I mean, those... They... like... Well, I would say that the borders for those are very arbitrary anyway, and it can also depend quite a lot on the region you grew up in. Though I guess less so for Gen Z because I mean we all had internet growing up.
Coming up next.
Got low on Chris, but I feel like it just doesn't differentiate well between Gen Alpha things and everything else. True. But then again, isn't this the attitude of people who unironically use the word unk? Too young to explore the world, too old to explore the cosmos, born just in time to just right to find Una Nightingale. You can still explore the world on your own, I think. If you have the like if you qualify for that. For me at least this would require getting some documents ready and all that. Like I'm not hip with the kids, but I'm not printing out emails either. This is supposed to be a joke to begin with, I think. It's not like super serious, right? Hopefully. Speaking of unk, I felt really old when none of the maids I spoke to at the maid expo knew Hohisui or Kohaku from Tsukihime were. Eh? But Tsukihime even got a remake recently. When they asked me how I got into maids. But this is a good entry point into being a maid enjoyer, I would say. But yeah, I just don't be like that sometimes. I wonder what got me into maids or nuns, like the anime nuns. I think with the nuns it was Chrono Crusade. Although I would say my favorite character there still was Asmaria, rather than any of the, well, straightforwardly nun girls. With maids though, I'm not sure. Maybe Black Lagoon? I remember it did air on local TV and I got to catch some glimpses of it as a kid. But also, I mean, the same experience I had with Chrono Crusade. I was literally airing on one of the channels on Magellan TV. If these things are hive mind, does that make me a boomer or does it average the generation? Yeah, I think the generation gets like averaged. I was kind of hoping we would have gotten like some. Oh, that's nice. Maybe a 1-up if we defeated everyone on the ship. But this, unfortunately, is not how it works here. Also, a giant hall full of maid and maid goods was one heck of a first impression of Japan on the third day, while still jet-lagged and sleep-deprived. I would have feel like I was teleported straight into heaven had this happened to me. I scored on the low Ankh risk, but I think it's because I was so out of touch that the quiz's view of Ankh behavior wasn't able to reach my particular era of obsolence. Yeah, it was very American. Just the sort of the USA exceptionalism that I was complaining about earlier in the stream. How does things to be like that? The cultural hegemony of the state is real. But it feels really funny to me when people assume, like people from the rest of the world assume this sort of cargo cult mentality and start acting as if this is also some like universal experience for them as well, when it's obviously not the case and has never been. What do you think, you know? Do we strike as hip or as unks? I feel like some of you are at times trying to be more unk than you truly are. But I also suppose it comes with the territory of all of us being retro game enjoyers. So kind of oftentimes see people trying to get some sort of like comedic value out of it. Sure, we're still groovy and with it. Yeah, you're very hip and lit and red. There are some specific scenarios that could only happen in America questions. True. I wonder what would regional versions of this quiz look like. Like, what would the Woodland version of it be, for example? I'm a Giga American. Are you a freedom fan? Proud patriot. It's like that one picture I saw, like the real EU fan never speaks ill of the bottle caps. Oh, speaking of bottle caps, well, rather than the bottle caps, the bottles. Like I sometimes grab those, like the Coke Zero from one of the kiosks nearby. And I hate EU bottle caps. Yeah, they're annoying to deal with. And one of the cashiers there apparently... Okay, wait, what? I should have structured the story differently. So, currently... But, yeah. So... Because I think the World Cup is approaching, right? It's not like I keep up with this stuff at all, but I think it is. Judging by the cola bottles. You can get those stickers with famous footballists on the other side of the cola label. And obviously I couldn't care less about those if you haven't yet realized from my attitude. But this cashier lady in this kiosk that I've mentioned, her daughter is apparently collecting those. So every time I bring a bottle of Coke Zero to her, she's like, wait, can I strip it of its label? Can I grab a sticker? I'm like, yeah, sure. Please undress my cola. I don't mind that. They gave out what? WWE cards at your school cafeteria? That's insane. First I heard footballer, next what? Footballist? What do you call them? Football player? I have a Unfortunately, I'm not a retro gamer. Every game I touch comes after 2000. I mean, there are retro games that came out after 2000. Oh, that is bad. That is pretty bad. But we still have a chance to recover from this, I think. Players, yeah. Players, indeed. They are players. Anyway, well, I can't believe my first round was so good, and now it's all downhill. I bet it was stage 5. That. Well. I'm sorry to make you feel like your spine is about to break, but... No, my spine is not about to break. I take a proper care. This was a Freudian slip, I guess. Take a proper care of my spine. One recent popular rom-com film from here was basically 90s nostalgia bait. I feel like how much you could relate to it could be an Ankh test for us. Huh? What is the name? There's one Lithuanian film that I'm kind of tempted to check out. I think the name is Toxic. With the taste of your lips, I'm on the ride. Though I think not that sort of toxic. But I wouldn't mind checking out more. Especially after how you've described it. The Eastern European Ankh test. They're so over-engineered that they may also not close properly if you don't slot the bits properly together when screwing them close. Yeah, that's very annoying. I've spilled so much water this way. I feel like this goes against the very design of these caps. But this is a word in Spanish. Yeah, it also is in Audioland as well. Ankh scored 22, yours scored 78. I blame it on the Americanisms. I see everyone is upset about the Americanisms. I'm so happy snails share my outlook on this. Because it is getting unbearable to deal with sometimes. Over here! The Southern Chronicles. Okay, we'll check it out after this stage. The Southern Chronicles. Oh, look, I've got 0 lives left. That's not good at all, huh? The stickers sell so fast. The lady of the convenience store to my house almost cries every time because a middle school is nearby and the teens just fill the store and scream all the time. It would have been nicer if she also started collecting those. It's honestly just a competent coming-of-age story, nothing groundbreaking, but like I mentioned, it hits harder if you live through the 90s. I have not. Over here! Okay, I think we're almost done with them. But luckily enough, I think I'm well aware of how the 90s were in Audioland. So, osmosis kinda. Oh, no, young viewers are like on TikTok, right? PPA is already pretty old. I perceive my snails as kind of like the ageless beings. I may sometimes joke in the call you guys Oji-sans, but this is but a joke. You're not meant to take us seriously. There's some genuine Oji-sans here though. Yeah, but like still. Some of those quote-unquote genuine Oji-sans end up being not as old upon closer inspection, I think. At least that's what Roboyuna told me after having shared the hive mind with you guys. Okay, nice. So Saurian Chronicles it was. Could there be someone with Ankh in the name? Mayhaps. Southern Chronicles 2024 film. Oh my god! Or should I rather say, oh my god? Holy, what's that? Those screenshots! Why is this guy's head like a literal cube? Is his name Linda? Did he get Linda cubed? I'm gonna show you guys. Please take a look at that. Why is he so rectangular? I think his parents must have gotten really tempted with this, like, you know, the forbidden desire to squeeze your kid's skull into some weird shape. Then again, who am I to complain about this? Miss Onigiri-headed audio? Is this a sequel to the Minecraft movie? Okay, no, I take my words back. It is not right to make fun of somebody's appearance. He could eat pickles out of jar without his hands, could he? Square. No, I got to check it out though. It looks fun. I really love those like Eastern Euro coming of age stories. Central Eastern Europe. Because we also have to include closely watched trains into this list. Hello, Gravy Fox. Gokigenyo. I already have nephew despite being 23 years old. I'm pretty sure I had nephew while being like 7 or 6. Oh no! I didn't mean this to be a thing now. But yeah. So yeah, it pretty much depends on kind of like the age of other people in your family other than your age. You know, in all caps. Yes! What? Totally not on purpose. I swear, this one was not on purpose. I had a niece before I was born. Yeah, thanks. Wait, doesn't that make her your aunt then? Or wait, no. You have to wait. Yeah, you have to be like higher up on the family tree. So I guess this would be your niece then. Oh yeah? I had a nephew when I was still in the womb. We're turning this into literal Uncle Olympics. I wonder if having a nephew or a niece gives you some extra Unc points. Was going so well though. And then your initial Unc That's what I meant. Spawn the dragon. I'm so bad at these guys. It's a lot of Yuna sound. Did Yuna get quieter? Did the mic volume drop? No, I just got silent. It's okay, it's fine. I will survive. I don't know, I was like so full of motivation to try and get past stage 5. Is Nightingale verbally shrinking? Oh wait, can you hear me fine now? Volume wise? But right now. Is it okay right now? Because I didn't change any settings. And I didn't move further away from the mic. Surely it should be the same, right? No, okay, I have to die here. Fine for me. It's okay, quieter than before. That's weird though. That's weird. Okay, I will just try to speak louder then. But yeah, I'm so disappointed in myself. But I suppose even with all of the practice that I try to pour into this game, there do be days like that. Also, I kind of forgot like how exactly can I get the 1-up on this stage. Is it after defeating all of the rockets? Got the scream? No. I hate that. And Odio-sama should know better than to scream like an ape. I should be able to contain my emotions properly. If I really feel like screaming, I can do so during the karaoke. As long as you don't strain your throat, I think it's okay. No problems whatsoever. Unless when she's singing heavy metal, except that I never sing heavy metal. What might you assume I do? I wonder. Okay. Well, I can get somewhat passionate when singing mecha songs, but that should be the extent of it, I think. I don't know a single thing about metal to begin with. Okay, this is the last one, I believe. No, she could secretly be goth and sing with a heavy metal voice. Not all of the goth music overlaps with heavy metal though. I still wanted to buy those 5-star stories models, but I didn't want to have to buy and have to carry additional suitcase just for them. You've made a rational choice. If anything, the yen is in such shambles right now that you could probably just order it. And even with all of the import tax fees, it would still be cheaper than having to buy a separate bag for them. What music is quite gentle by default? Yeah, I know, right? Oh, maybe I could sing some Susie and the Banshees during the karaoke. I don't know. This is just an idea, though. My voice would probably be no match for hers, though. From the cradle bars comes a beckoning voice. It sends spinning. You have no choice. Probably not. Probably not. Just a funny, wild idea that I had. That's what she wants us to think. She probably has the black makeup and black clothing right now. I do have the black clothing on right now. Black and white. But this is not a mark of a heavy metal musician either. Taria, is that you? It's not Taria though, that's Yusis Hughes. Taria, I assume you're talking about Taria Toronen? Okay, once again we have gotten rid of the bottom tier successfully. Yes, well no. I am not her. Fortunately or unfortunately so. I have to start apartment hunting starting next week. I really don't want to do that. Not to mention I will have to like go to the neighboring town for that. The one that I'm planning to move into. I'll probably be coming back home really tired, but even with that, I still want to try streaming on like a proper schedule. I think if things go the way I plan them to, hopefully they do. Yeah, we will be picking up another new game next week. It's another very interesting cult classic, kind of. Very beloved by many. For SNES. It also features a gorgeous soundtrack. I know this doesn't narrow it down in the slightest, but that's kind of like how it's supposed to be. New game inflation, yeah. For all of the inflation fetishists out there. I'm on the moving, hope it goes well. I mean, I'm not moving yet. As I've said before, I will be looking for a new apartment to move into. Already somehow sacrifices so much of her time and energy for us. No, I would say, I'm pretty ashamed of how sparse my streaming schedule has been. It really makes me sad that I can't stream more than that, but surely most of you snails understand that your audio sometimes ends up being busier or just kind of like in a more miserable state than she'd like to. Currently playing Shin Megami Tensei VX. Isn't this the drug that Aum Shinrikyo synthesized? Okay. VX. I think this is like the fan-made sequel. It's not an official mainline game, right? It'd be cool to see play Chrono Trigger. No, it's not Chrono Trigger. It would be nice to see, to play Chrono Trigger at some point. Oh, my friend. So Jaruna is playing it right now. I hope you are aware of her. It's fine. It means the snails can sleep instead of being forced to eat cucumber on stream. I don't know. Looking at you guys down there, it feels like you haven't even touched your cucumber. Give me a moment, I will send the link to Jora's channel. In case some of you would like to see a Chrono Trigger being streamed. So yeah, this is her channel. She streams both on Twitch and YouTube, but since you're following me on YouTube and are chatting on YouTube, I'm going to assume that this is your platform of choice, the one you prefer more. And on Twitch, let me shout her out. Is this Jaruna V as well? One made a remake of Shin Megami Tensei 1 with new characters and extra routes. Ah, that's interesting. You may have seen that I have played the like everyone please follow Jara, the vanilla SMT1. The remake, however, I don't know. Even if I will be getting around to playing it at some point, it won't happen anytime soon because I would like to check out a bunch of other Atlas developed Megaten games. And also one non-Atlas developed one, surely you guys know what I'm talking about, the Telenet Japan Megaten 1. This is our 64th, that you know. Oh, damn. Let me stretch a little. There's nails, not a faster turn. True, you are right about that. Okay, let's practice. Let's practice stage 5 a bit more. Alright. Okay. But yeah, maybe, though once again it's not something I can promise. I do not want to make any promises that I will be unable to fulfill. But hopefully, perhaps once I have moved, things will be a little bit less hectic and I will be able to stream regularly. At least until something else happens. But I don't know. This is all so up in the air. As I've said before, I feel really bad about like not streaming as often as I'd like to. Or rather, as regular as I'd like to. But yeah, perhaps it's not really much fun to hear me complain about this. At least when I don't have any means of changing the situation right away. So I believe I should stop here. Even if rare, I hope my streams are fun for you guys. And obviously, since my snails are such a busy servants of mine, surely it is somewhat easier on you guys as well, right? Because you also have so much stuff to do. Just so much really entertaining. Thank you. Ah! I didn't really mean to grab it here, but okay. I hope you will all have fun during my birthday stream. Hope the karaoke goes well. They are. Yay! Yatta! Hello, Shotgun Buccaneer! Gokigenyo! Gokigenyo! It's my pleasure, and it is my pleasure to stream for you guys. They are, although the streams also align perfectly with my idle rest part of the schedule. Well, perhaps it would not be a lie if I told you guys that I have RoboUnum connect to the hive mind and confirm your schedules, and then we come up with a like custom schedule fit to all of the snail's needs. That's bad though. I don't think I'm going to survive being here in yellow. No. This was a relatively good run, but I only think it was because practice run. It only was so because I had all those power-ups to begin with. No, wait, I want to. Okay, no, let's die here. I should be prepared to restart from this menu as well. Transmitting 19 snail 1364th schedule. Update to the spreadsheet and run in realignment macro. Yeah. Oh, also on this one Ankh test, there was this spreadsheet question that it made me chuckle a good lot. Yeah. Ignore that. I'm going to die. I'm going to die here. Okay, no, this is not the sort of attitude I should be approaching it with. The streams align with my pre-sleep relaxation, hence I have a 1 snail million streak. So, I'm so glad, to be fair, that you guys find my streams comfy enough to use them as like your pre-sleep relaxation. Dun, 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 dun. That was cool but very risky. Then I think I should be normally trying to pull this off. It probably not work anyway. Oh! I probably had questions like, have you said hello fellow kids, what's going on my AJ? Haven't I sent the link to the YouTube chat as well? I think I have. Yeah, I have. You can check it out yourself, basically. It's more of an early morning energizer for me. It must be like such an early morning, sorry I got to drink a little. That it's more like a middle of the night, no? Post and the dead, yeah, just look at his face. Both of their faces, actually. Let's practice again. Yeah, having the power-ups sure is nice. Who would have thought? Okay, nice. Your stream starts at 1 AM here, so pretty close. You call that early morning? Oh wait, I thought for some reason that your country was in like the JST time zone. It's 3 AM now? Oh, it's more like... Wait, what is in this time zone? Kazakhstan? I'm not sure. Out of the countryside now, I mean. Oh, one up! Yatta! Oh, stretch plus hydrate. Thank you. Generic is your name. Nah, I lost it immediately. Now I've lost it. I know I can kill. For me, it's more of a middle of the day relaxation. Could take a nap. Well, people told me multiple times that I'm a perfect like nap background. Ah, that's bad. There's at 2 PM for me, perfect to watch at work. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I hope your work days are a bit less dull thanks to me. Your stream starts where I'm at work sadly, but good thing it's not as busy, so I can catch your stream today. I see you have a lot of snails from the Western Hemisphere. It helps? Yay! Yatta! Adding geolocation data to viewer spreadsheet. Warning, low precision. Yeah, darker than black. Maybe I could sing some of the songs with like female vocals from Darker Than Black, I wonder. Retro games? Calm and graceful stream. Calm and graceful? Really? Thank you! Civilized chat? Oh yeah, it's snoozing time. I can't blame people though. I guess maybe because I barely scream during those streams. It also makes me kind of like an easy falling asleep to background noise. Because you can be more or less sure that my voice cadence and the demeanor will not change throughout the stream. Like the comfy chat, yeah, I'm really happy with like the community. Sorry to use such a soulless word for it, but like the community that we have gathered here. You guys are all very, very sweet and civilized. Happy with y'all. Secret ASMR VTuber Yuna learned her snails off to sleep. I mean, you don't necessarily need the ASMR for that. And then again, ASMR is somewhat of a buzzword these days. A lot of people just seem to voluntarily assign their own meaning to it. Oh, okay. I saw. Sweet and civilized? Chat? Reflex streamer? Could it be? I don't know. You tell me. It is, I don't usually ever say ASMR seriously. Yeah, me neither. Okay, I got to focus real hard here. Oh, wait, perhaps the dragons are like the perfect sub-weapon here. Because they keep effectively eliminating each and every missile hiding my way. Okay, maybe not each and every one. And oh my god, I picked up the wrong power-up here. What did I land onto, I wonder? This should be illegal. I'm sure there will be some project that will come in my way that I will be unable to. Oh my god! I will keep this spot in mind. Okay. Oh, what's that? What's that BGM? Oh, another boss? This is because when a cute VTuber that plays obscure retro games, America comes to America. Oh wait, no, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. It won't count. It won't count because this was practice mode. No, it was a safe state. I'm not using safe states to be in this game. Okay, I feel a bit more confident to try and beat this now. Respect to the cute VTuber. Well, thank you. Also, hi Twitch chat. YouTube civilization sends their regards. Okay, Twitch snails. Make sure to respond.
In the 8th year of the Keio era, Japan neared
Respectively.
the end of the feudal period. The shogunate facing
John America, can you lower the price of GPUs?
asked France for
If only this depended on John America alone.
Brits were
Wait,
unwilling to assist.
why aren't my inputs working? Oh, now they do. Okay. Too bad my brain hates snaps. Not even the strongest unintentional ASMR won't work. We'll see about that. I will have to become even comfier. I have to comfy max to make all of the snails fall asleep. Okay, let's try doing another run. Like another proper run from scratch here. Dun, 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 dun. I got to keep in mind the green dragon strat for the 5th level. But otherwise, let's go! Oh, speaking of ASMR or like ASMR adjacent things, have you guys, those of you who watch Yuma, those of you who don't, please go watch Yuma, which is the most precious, sweetest fairy, the loveliest creature in the entire world. She's very adorable. Yeah, those of you who watch Yuma, have you been enjoying her book reading streams? I feel like this is such a nice idea. Unfortunately, I don't know what sort of books could I possibly be reading. I remember how I brought up this silly idea of like reading the national epics on national epics on stream, but I don't think I could tackle such an endeavor. Although I must admit it does sound fun. Oh, yatta! It is a good idea. I was thinking of maybe like doing something shorter, some like bite-sized stories. Perhaps the translated short stories of some, I don't know, some modulant writers. But I don't even know what exactly could I read. Also, I feel like this will be mostly me looking for my gripes with the English translation and how it can't fully, like convey the flow and the style of the author. I'd also like to see the return of Yuno's magazine readings. Oh, this will be a thing soon, don't worry. Don't worry. I mean, I did want to make this into a somewhat regular corner on my channel, so there will be more of that. Short story like I have no mouth and I must scream? Yeah, but I was thinking of something more like older. Plus, it's not an audio story. Yeah, can you link her channel? No worries, I got you covered. Although I think you can find it on my own channel. I have a lot of romantic girls down there on the main page. There she is. And she's also got like a separate ASMR channel. So here it is. You can check it out as well. Oh yeah, Lovecraft. Lovecraft does have those. Also Poe as well. Also some Japanese writers as well, like we could do Edogawa Rampo. Whose name, or rather, whose pen name, it comes exactly from Poe's name. Like the Lovecraft cat story, forgot the name. No, don't bring that up here. Yeah, I thought I got really scared. Like that, I thought we were talking about Lovecraft's cat and not the cat story. Sorry, I miss. I mean, you can never be too careful online these days, right? Cats of Pulsar? Do you guys know about, like, I don't know how many of you are into visual novels. I know that some of you are. But there's a series of visual novels, all come with the subtitle of What a Beautiful Something, published by Lyresoft, developed and published by Lyresoft, and they have, it's basically like alternate history visual novels set in the early 20th century, at least those of them that take place on Earth. While the rest of them, they take place in the parallel world named Kadath. Obviously, after Kadath, from Lovecraftian works, Lovecraftian mythos. And there are a lot of other references to not only Lovecraft, but a bunch of other like writers and like real life historical personalities. Like in one of the games, for example, the protagonist is Agatha Christie, technically. Well, Mary Clarissa Christie. In the other one, you have Nikola Tesla being the protagonist. What else? But also even the side characters, like for example, in Shikoku no Sharnoth, the one with Christie as the protagonist, they have like Karel Čapek, you know, the famous Czech writer who wrote The War with the Newts and who also coined the word robot. This guy, they have him as one of the kind of like monsters of the week. Are you gonna read a VN on this channel ever? I wonder. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I am a VN fan, kinda. But I do not think I've ever read any VNs on stream. What are you talking about? I talk about Lovecraft's cat all the time, even in public, but they do get weird looks, so maybe this is the reason why. I'm unfamiliar with their works, frankly, though I do have several on my forever backlog. I feel like you would really enjoy them, though. Really recommend you check them out. You can read the underrated H.P. Lovecraft cult classic Anenarumano. Speaking of which, Pochi Sensei recently like designed a new character for Playground Order, right? Just so beautiful. I love the design. But also, in Shikoku no Sharnoth, Lovecraft himself is a character, albeit a side one, and his known orbiter, August Derleth, is his like fiance, and I mean he's like a little girl there. Well, maybe not quite little, but a girl nonetheless. And both she and both her and Lovecraft, they're engaged there. Latest from them you got was Sodaban Nathan. I have it purchased, but I haven't tried it. Even though I probably should. I feel like you would enjoy Evermaiden, especially given the design of one of the main heroines. But Demon Bane, that's such a classical, but I have not read this one. One of my friends is reading it, and I mean, by saying it's a classic, I meant that like it's been translated for such a long time that it definitely has a rather big fan base on the western side. Yeah, I'm looking at my wishlist and it's already that, but why is that? Let's see. Yeah, just take a look at the character list. It also has the same artist there, Oi Shiruko, which is great. I love her textures so much. I played plenty of Fiends, but I don't think you'll stream those unless you want to get age restricted or get banned. Yeah, don't worry, I've played plenty of those too. And yeah, I mean, being from Nitro Plus, it is well known. Although, I mean, it's mostly Nitro Plus's translated works still that get mostly like mentioned on, once again, at least on the western side. Even more so on the Japanese one, because people there, they only seem to focus on the most recent things for the most part. But yeah, who for example brings up, like, I don't know, Yedogonia or Django or what else? Yaku no Carnival barely gets mentioned too, even though it has a translation. I wonder why is that. From Nitro Plus, I really love Ozanail. It's a very nice read with a very snappy like scenario. Really nice witty dialogues. But also, I need to check out some manga. So long though, I don't think I will ever get around to. So it is forever stuck on my eternal backlog.
Coming up next.
Also, I think I've shared this story before as well, numerous times even, but as a kid, I used to have Kaigen from Hanachiraso on all of my profile pictures. And she's got that of a good design, although I can't say I find myself relating to her. My favorite VN is Desero. I recommend it if you're Chonya. I don't know. I mean, obviously I am familiar with its impact, but I guess I'm just not really that interested in light VNs in general, so it's not only this, but also Hajiri Kamui Kagura, and other stuff as well. I'm more of a Moege girl, I think. And then again, these days I'm barely reading anything at all. Which is another thing to get upset about, I guess. I love this part of the stream because sometimes you will have people asking if the cat is meowing in the game or on their side, or maybe if I have a cat and it is meowing into my mic. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, we're approaching the Darumas. Daruma-san ga koranda. Oh no! How am I to destroy them all? Okay, maybe this is possible after all. Okay, one up. Wow, I think this is the first time it happened. Okay, time for me to go see Summer Game Fest. Thanks for the stream. Oh, they do have a lot of game fests these days, huh? I feel like these days, at least one game fest or something else takes place like every single day. It's the game's first time. True. But isn't this too much? I just wonder. Can I talk like a true unk right now? Maybe it's just something I don't care about much to begin with. I usually just scroll through all of the announcements I could potentially be interested in on Twitter. At least for indie games. I care, I miss E3. Oh. Yeah, I guess a lot of people are just trying to fill this E3 shaped hole left in their hearts. They stole you for 2 hours with ads. It do be like that sometimes. Ah, did not mean to pick this one up. I think this is still manageable. But like, would have been better, I suppose. Trying to blow life into the bloated industry? Would you really say it? Would you really call it bloated? I don't know, I feel like there are still plenty of nice projects coming out. It's just that with, let's just say, the availability of certain tools, it became easier than ever to release slop. Over here! I'm not the target audience of this commercial parade. Oh, well spoken. Commercial parade. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm not a fan either. I feel like a lot of hype around it is like very artificial. But then again, what sort of hype isn't? Over here! Over here! It's kind of like people treasure not actually being able to like learn about new games or anything, but rather the experience of watching it together with something that like with their friends or with their Oshi on the stream or with, I don't know, some Anons on VJ and V and other places. It's kind of like what I've told you guys about Eurovision, that I don't really care about the contest itself in the slightest, but it's just fun to watch it with friends sometimes. I remember you're struggling with this part. How far you've come. Definitely have improved. That at least is bringing great joy to my heart. Ah! I don't know why I did that myself. Can you call them unks? Sometimes V is alright, I guess. I don't know. It has never been a board I used to begin with. I'm pretty sure it's very easy to guess which one I did use plenty though. Okay, I'm done with my water. I will have to bring myself more later on if I don't end the stream earlier. That is the thing. Okay, nice. Whoa! That was scary. I feel like my struggle with Keio is very poetic. Like I'm devoid of any skill, but I'm still trying. I'm practicing, I'm learning, and I'm improving. Slowly but diligently. Oh! Okay, I wonder if I can destroy all of them now. No! I missed my chance to get the one up here. Well, okay, not like I cared much for it in the first place. Pachi pachi, thank you! Thank you, thank you! What matters is that you don't give up, yeah! It is only a game over if you give up. Even if you stop playing it, just put it on your forever backlog. No, I would be too ashamed to stop playing it. I feel like we still have to see this through until the very end, no matter how many streams it takes me. I've made so much progress already. I mean, in the beginning I was struggling to even beat stage 1, and now I'm consistently reaching, at the very least, stage 4. Like, surely, with more practice, I will be able to beat it. Also, I realized that I picked this game up not as in September last year as I thought, but rather in like in June. So I've been playing this game for almost a year, on and off, but still. Ah! No, it still got me. Leave us to struggle through. Gonna spawn some dragon links. Hello Slayer, Keio. Well, it's not much, but Wait, what hit me there? I think there was like some missile. Oh, that is bad though. That is rather bad. Keio will continue last streamed 12 years ago. I think a bit harder challenges, like for example Clonova 100%. I don't know, I feel like Clonova was easier than that though. It's fine, you can close the channel until you finish it, so if it's a long game, we will be here, yippee! Yippee! Yeah, I think my pride wouldn't let me. Sharks, give me a moment. I will give you. I forgot the word. Sorry. Yes, a moment. Shout out. Yeah, I will give you a shout out. What are you playing? Hello. How's your stream? Welcome. Shout out. CPK, bro. What? Are you playing Ace Combat again? Okay, did that crate kill you? I think so, yeah, the debris flying around is what got me. Okay. I think you can only get the one up on the second sequence with the rockets, so let's try to destroy all of them by then. How goes the Keio? I'm practicing, let's just say that. Could have been better, but definitely could have been worse had I given up. So, as the snails kinda told me, the most important thing is that I don't give up. It goes. It indeed goes. Spawn the critters. Gambatte Ojo. Thank you, I will. Hard challenge for you, but she keeps fighting. I admire that. Thank you. Yeah, it has been a very difficult challenge for me, but this doesn't mean I have to stop trying. And I just hope that I can provide entertaining enough time while I'm doing that. Even if it's just playing the same stages over and over. Hey, let's keep good track of those missiles. No! things are going pretty damn bad. Karama. To be honest, I completed games of this genre when I was young, but always on easy difficulty. Now that I'm older, I want to try again completing those games on normal, but I fear that I'm too old. I don't think you're that old, like old enough for your reflexes to have dulled completely. Sure, maybe you won't have, like, an easy enough time, but those games are meant to be challenging. And basically all of the patterns there, they're the same. So in the worst case, you'll kind of like just remember the pattern and where to stand, where to shoot from, what to keep track of. It's honestly not about not about reaction, but more so about the muscle memory. Quite literally brute force those games. Sure, I think having good reaction skills would give you an easier head start, but I wouldn't say this is required. Actually, I think this sounds very similar. Oh, familiar. I don't remember where I heard it though. Maybe some of you guys recommended it to me? I'm motivated to play Axley. Come join me on my shmup journey. Let's all beat lots of wonderful shmups together. Game for SNES of the same genre and amazing music. Used to be the case for a lot of SNES games and a lot of shmups as well. I did that with Age of Empire campaigns, beating them on hard without cheats, so my younger self would feel proud. What would make my younger self feel proud? Beating that one Barbie stealth game that my dad helped me with. And then I pushed him to the side and I was like, no, I wanted to beat it myself! And I started crying and I think my dad got really upset. And he told me like, oh, why did you ask for my help then to begin with? I'm so sad. Why would I do this? Why would I do this to my dad? No, Papa, I'm so sorry. Sorry, I'm not crying, I just got focused. In case you assumed I was crying, I'm not. I mean, there are sometimes certain situations on this channel, and now I do cry, but this is not one of them. Okay? Oh, somehow, I survived this without the mom. Luckily enough. New stream idea? You mean Barbie the Sky? I don't remember what the game was called. But it was basically, yeah, a stealth game with Barbie. Basically, I go to different countries there, trying to... I don't remember what we were supposed to spy out. But I recall there being like Japan, Egypt, France, something else. I don't remember what else it was. But I'm kind of tempted to go look it up now. Sorry, I might be losing my momentum here, but you know how it is with me. I have to immediately look things up the moment they pop up in my phone. Barbie the Spy. Barbie Spy Squad. No, that's not it. Did Yuna's volume lower again? Did it? Did it? I'm so sorry if it did. Is it any better now? Wait, this does seem to be the case. What the heck? Oh, no. Can you guys hear me well enough now? Secret Agent Barbie is the name. For Microsoft and Game Boy Advance. Yes? So it is better, okay. IGN called the game the best Metal Gear knockoff that the GBA has at the moment and praised its surprising complexity. It's such a funny hint to read about the Barbie game. Barbie travels to England, China, Italy, and Mexico, collecting secret files while dodging guards to recover the Queen's jewels and catch the thief. Okay, I was completely mistaken about Egypt or France or even Japan being there. Like literally none, zero of the countries that I've brought up were in the game. Sounds like a very Uno-esque game. Does it? I don't know. There's also this like Tomb Raider knockoff with Barbie as well. I think you see this one being played more often by different streamers and VTubers in general alike. Okay, we've gotten rid of the first door. Ah, no! Okay, give me a moment. I need to spawn the dragons. The Unolings. Okay, I told you guys that I was telling my mom about like Heian era, I think like a couple of hours ago, and she only now replies with, "It's very interesting." Do you think she spent this entire time reading the article and the side materials? Would be very nice if she did. Oh no, she's sending more messages. Telling me she didn't know that Japan had like different names for their eras. I'm glad your mom is interested in Heian. Yeah, maybe we could get her interested in Heian beauties. That or she's a slow responder. No, my mom is a pretty fast responder. Maybe she was hanging out with her friends though. I don't know. And only got to reply right now. But it's also like almost midnight in Audioland. Oh, but then again it's Friday, so I suppose nothing out of the ordinary. Haven't heard of that since Heian era. Wow, you got to live in Heian era, that's so cool. Oh, mama. What? When will I get to this? Oh, I think this is the first time. So, okay, you don't have to kill all of the bears down there.
Coming up next, Keio Flying Squadron.
Mine asked me what the difference was between blue and white Facebook notifications.
Start.
Eh? And what is the difference between them? I'm so sorry, I don't use Facebook. Then again, I don't think this would be a question my mom would have asked me because Facebook was blocked in Audioland. I don't know. I'm so sorry. And suddenly your mom no longer thinks you're her tech savvy kid. She's like, oh, I'm going to ask ChatGPT next. It has all of the answers to all of my troubles. No, my mom wouldn't have done that, I think. But then again, my mom is pretty tech savvy herself. Mom realizes I'm unk. But isn't using Facebook an unk behavior in the first place? So if anything, this renders you to be like a non-unk. It's a legit question if you don't use Facebook, because I don't know the difference either. See, I think most of us don't. Blue and white. Why would they assign different colors to the notifications? Oh wait, I think my idea for this stage was that I had to use like the dragon shot. In South America, Facebook was big. Most people used and use it. I think it was a bit big in Audioland, but definitely less people care about it nowadays, with it getting blocked. Though then again, Insta also got blocked and people still use it with VPN. I used to use Facebook to play online games. Oh, I guess there were some games on Facebook, right? Never played those, though. It was big here 10 to 15 years ago. Now it seems most youth is on Instagram and TikTok and such. Yeah, just like VK apps. It's not like I've played a lot of games on VK either. I don't even know what games were there. Like a bunch of farming games, surely, and also like Turiachka Online. I don't know about it from the memes though. How do I check Miss Nightingale's channel teletext? What is teletext? They're kinda cooler in the head of VK. Was that so? I feel like all of the coolest games are on like the newsgrounds. No? I love teletext. What do you guys, what are you talking about? Facebook to Flash Games pipeline? Isn't it backwards though? I feel like Flash games were kind of like the predecessor of that for most people. Teletext was like internet at home on your TV. And here I thought it was something like Fidonet or... But, okay, I didn't know. Yeah, I was never a hen here. I mean, there. What? What? What am I? It's a new and exciting technology in your television, where each channel would have scores of numbered pages you could browse. Oh, is that so? I see 'em. I must say, I regret not getting the little dragon power-up. I don't know. Okay, it's just important to understand what to keep my eye on. No, I had 0 lives left. Why? Guess my aged found Facebook first and they realized they could play games and websites. I guess it's just that the experience is so vastly different for me because, as I said before, Facebook was never like truly big in my country. Teletext was like internet before internet to check from your TV, mainly for TV schedule and women's services. Women's services? What am I? containing new schedules and in the upper numbers. Pixelated boobs! Have you guys tried calling? Asking for a friend, by the way. Yeah, definitely aren't getting no one up here. No? Oh. Pure-hearted snails. I miss those days of big boobs ads in teletext and magazines. You know, depending on the region, there still are plenty of boobs. In the magazines at least, like straight up on the covers. Some of them are even naked, can you think of that? No? Hey, you guys had them too over there? It's so funny. I think some of the snails already shared the stories of teletext before, it's just that I didn't remember that it was called teletext. And I mean, the entire concept is just so alien to me. Like, what do you mean you didn't just check the TV schedule in the... Oh my god! In the newspaper? Yeah, we spoke about it before. I'm now starting to remember. My heart. It's a game over. It's a game over, and that means we got 65 dead Yunos. Okay, but even though we didn't get to like go as far as I wanted to. Yeah, almost there, almost there. I feel like I'm not playing it. It's the demo. Let me just switch to the yapping screen. So yeah. I would say, oh no, the Snail-chan is about to fall down. Let me place you back here. Miss Nightingale has out-anked us by getting early onset dementia. She has negated her youngerness of not knowing teletext. Yeah, now I know. Now I won't get to pretend. I don't know what that is. Still, I've never had an experience of using it. But yeah, there was an attempt. There indeed was an attempt, but I think we have gotten a bit more consistent in reaching the boss. And I also got to defeat it once, even though just in practice mode. So I would say this was still a major accomplishment of this stream, and we definitely have made some progress, even if it's minuscule. However, it is getting pretty late, and as somebody who needs to get up fairly early tomorrow, I think I'm going to wrap up for now, and we will... Huh? Karina's doing the Summer Games Fest React. What happened? What happened to her partner celebration? Oh my god, everyone, literally everyone is streaming the Summer Game Fest, except for Freya, who is streaming Gothic 1 Remake. So I think we should head out to her, because I think she's going to raid Karen anyway. I'm going to place my bet on that. So yeah, please enjoy Miss Freya's stream. Routing raids, well, I just pray that it works out the way I would love it to. So, raid Freya Guma, who told me that I smelled very nice and Dokumi. I have to repay her kindness. And And yeah, I will be seeing you on Sunday for my very belated birthday party. Yeah. So, thank you. Thank you everyone for watching me today, for hanging out with your audio. And bye bye, sleep well everyone. Wait, where's the ending? Oh, here it is.